Welcome to Motor Verdict Meter, where we cut through the hype and give you the real story behind today's trucks and SUVs. Now, let me hit you with this. America's most beloved pickup V8 was gone, and now it's back. That's right. After Ram pulled the plug on the legendary 5.7-liter HEMI V8, fans and dealers made enough noise that Ram had no choice but to bring it back for 2026. Today, we're diving deep into the reborn Ram 1500 with the HEMI and answering the big question: does the e-torque 5.7 V8 still hold its crown, or has the new 3-liter Hurricane inline-six completely changed the game? Stick around, you don't want to miss this. Now let's rewind for a second. When Ram launched the 5th-gen pickup back in 2019, it quickly became a fan favorite for three reasons: class-leading ride comfort, a plush and luxurious interior, and of course, that muscular HEMI soundtrack. Fast forward to last year, Ram killed off the V8, replacing it with the twin-turbo 6. And while that engine brought serious performance, buyers felt like something was missing: the soul, the noise, the presence. So here we are, 2026, and Ram caved to the pressure. The HEMI's back, and you can spec it across most trims, excluding the hardcore row and the ultra-luxury tungsten. The one I've got today is the limited trim, basically Ram's sweet spot for luxury without going full tungsten. Pop the hood, and you'll see the familiar 5.7-liter V8. No fancy power bump for its return, though. Output stays at 395 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque, paired with the 48-volt e-torque mild hybrid system. That small hybrid unit doesn't make this a plug-in or anything like that. Instead, it smooths out stop-start transitions, adds a little torque off the line, and helps fuel economy just a hair. Think of it more like an electric booster than a full hybrid. Power routes through an 8-speed automatic and, in this case, full-time 4-wheel drive. Depending on your trim, the V8 will cost you anywhere from $1,200 to $2,800 extra. On the Limited, though, it's a no-cost option. That's important because the inline-six Hurricane engines actually come standard, and they make way more power, up to 540 horses in high-output spec. So Ram, basically asking you to pay more for less power, but more character. Let's talk numbers. EPA ratings come in at 17 mpg city and 23 highway, about 19 combined. With a 26-gallon tank, you're looking at just under 500 miles of range. For towing, the HEMI's still no slouch. Nearly 10,000 pounds max towing and just under 1,400 pounds of payload. Curb weight, about 5,700 pounds. Pretty much identical to the 6-cylinder models. Styling-wise, Ram gave the 1500 a refresh just last year, so the HEMI versions benefit from that update too. Up front, the limited trim wears a chrome-heavy grille with satin silver accents and sharp LED projector headlights. Sequential turn signals, LED fog lights, and optional painted bumpers clean up the look nicely. Personally, I think it looks sharp in this granite crystal paint, though GMC's Sierra still takes the crown for best-looking full-size in my book. That said, Ram's optional blackout package does add some aggression if chrome isn't your thing. From the side, you've got the crew cab and a 57 bed on this truck. A longer 64 bed is optional if you need it. Wheelbase is 145 inches, overall length just over 233, making it slightly longer than rivals like the F-150. This one's rocking optional 22-inch wheels wrapped in Falcon Wildpeak all-terrains. It looks cool, though honestly, a 45 series sidewall on an off-road tire is more about style than function. Air suspension is also on board, letting you drop it under 8 inches for highway stability or raise it over 10 inches for ground clearance. Unique to the HEMI, you'll see 1500 e-torque badging along the sides and a new V8 badge for 2026. Ram loves hiding little Easter eggs like that. Chrome tow mirrors extend outward for towing, and powered running boards deploy when you open the doors. Handy for shorter folks, and they tuck away cleanly when not in use. Out back, the limited trim has LED tail lights, a painted bumper with integrated step dual exhaust tips, because yes, it's a HEMI and an optional multifunction tailgate. That tailgate opens traditionally or swings out barn door style, which makes grabbing gear way easier without leaning over the whole gate. Inside the bed, you've got a spray-in liner, LED lighting, tie-downs, power outlets, and optional tonneau covers. Utility-wise, Ram still nails the details. Now let's jump inside, where Ram has built its reputation. The limited cabin is basically luxury SUV grade. High-quality leather, real wood, quilted stitching, and an overall design that feels like it belongs in a $90K vehicle. The seats, heated, ventilated, and even massaging. Seriously, you can get 5 different massage patterns with 3 intensities. Try finding that in a Chevy Silverado. Up front, everything feels solid and upscale. The limited trim brings a 19-speaker Harman Kardon audio system, panoramic sunroof, dual wireless phone chargers, and a configurable digital gauge cluster. The infotainment screen in my tester is the smaller 12.3-inch unit, though you can option up to a 14.5. Honestly, the 12.3 gets the job done, though Ram's Uconnect software can lag a bit. Wireless CarPlay and Android Auto come standard. Other nice touches: sliding center console, tons of hidden storage, multiple USB-C ports, and a passenger-side display, though that one feels more gimmick than useful. Rear seat space is massive with 45 inches of legroom, completely flat floor, reclining rear seats, and heating ventilation for passengers. Ram arguably has the best rear seats in the segment, hands down. But let's get to what everyone really wants to know. How does it drive and how does it sound? Fire it up, and the HEMI immediately reminds you why people missed it. That deep V8 burble is alive and well. On the move, the ZF 8-speed is smooth and quick. Stomp on it, and while the Hurricane Inline-6 is quicker, hitting 0-60 in about 4 seconds, the HEMI does it in roughly 6.6. Slower, sure, but the soundtrack, untouchable. This truck sounds like pure American muscle, something no Turbo 6 can replicate. Ride quality remains best in class thanks to that air suspension. Even with 22-inch wheels, it stays composed and comfortable. Visibility is solid, though the massive tow mirrors can block some sightlines. Handling is confident, steering feels well-weighted, and highway cruising is whisper quiet until you mash the throttle and wake the beast. So here's the verdict. The 2026 Ram 1500 with the HEMI isn't the fastest or most efficient option in the lineup. The Hurricane 6 clearly beats it in raw numbers, but trucks aren't just about numbers. They're about emotion, character, and tradition. The HEMI delivers those in spades. For buyers who want the smoothest ride, the plushest cabin, and a V8 that makes you grin every time you start it, the HEMI's worth every penny. And yes, when somebody at the gas station asks you, "Does that thing got a HEMI?" you can finally say, "Yes, it does." That's going to wrap up this in-depth look at the 2026 Ram 1500 Limited with the returning HEMI V8. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more real-world reviews like this, smash that like button, subscribe to Motor Verdict Meter, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Drop a comment below. Would you take the HEMI for the sound or the Hurricane for the speed? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.